All right. Welcome in, YouTube. You're probably watching this on the replay. So, hi. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you don't ask here, you could find me on all of the different places on the internet if one can find a human. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get TikTok started here and invite all those folks in. Excuse me. Just a little bit of music here. Perfect. I'm just the kind of person that has to have like something going on in the background at all times. Oh my gosh. YouTube, since there's nobody on TikTok on yet, it's going to be a second. They're notifying viewers. This haul is bananas. Like, we're going to be here for a minute. Brianna, welcome. Thrifting with Catitude. I am obsessed with that name. That is my new favorite TikTok name. Thrifting with Catitude. Hey there. Hey, Tracy. Tracy's here. Heidi. Hey, you guys. Whoo, you guys do not even know what you're in store for. Today's the day. Today is the day that I went to more garage sales in one day than I normally go to in like 4 months. I don't know if anybody saw my video earlier today. I don't know if you guys caught it. I did it on the fly at a gas station, so the audio quality isn't perfect. But I had to stop because I hadn't used the bathroom in so many hours because I could literally not stop going to these sales. And so I stopped to use the restroom and I was like, I have to get a video up. I have to get this out of me right now. I need somebody else in the world to appreciate the situation that's going on. So welcome in, you guys. Yeah, Tracy, you're in for a treat then. Hey, Coley. Coley's here tonight. Hi, Karen. Roxy, thanks you guys for the hearts and the love. I'm working hard, so I would appreciate you guys sharing this. I'm really trying to get to the 5,000 situation, and I'm trying to do it by being a real person and not doing all sorts of fancy ways to get there. I'm trying to do it like an authentic human. So any shares or any invites in or any follows are much appreciated today. Marie is here. Jackie, I see you. Brianna, I see you. Thanks for liking the live, you guys. 113 hearts already. Well. I suspect that you all want to see what I did today. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's kick the story off properly. All right. So I saw on Friday that there was going to be a sale on Saturday, and it was supposed to be like a community sale. Now, community sales historically have been kind of hit or miss for me. I don't know what you guys feel about community sales. I tend to find the best deals and like the best honey whole gold, potted gold bolos, and a lot of like vintagey Y2K stuff, which is what I'm always on the lookout for. I usually find most of that at what I call tangents. So tangents are the garage sales you did not mean to go to. You like had a plan, you were going to a garage sale on Smith Street, and while you were on your way to Smith Street, you saw a little cardboard sign that was written really badly with like a million different descriptions of what's at their garage sale that no human being would ever be able to read while driving by. But someone took the time to do that. No one is probably reading this sign but you, if you're like a garage sale pirate hunter like I am, arg. And so those are normally the ones I like to go to because a lot of people haven't been to them. Even if it's like 11 o'clock and it's past kind of that early morning garage sale hour, I can usually find some good stuff. Those are my favorite usually. However, I will say this. I went to a community sale. Like I said, I found it on Friday on Craigslist. And it's interesting. I don't usually find a lot on Craigslist. It's usually through like Facebook groups or whatnot. And I found this sale. And at first I was like, oh man, it's like 25 minutes north of me. I'm like, God, do I really want to drive? What if I get there and it's one of those community sales like some of the ones I've been to recently where people are like, oh, I want $40 for that pair of used shoes. I paid $30 for that t-shirt, so I'm asking $15. Like, that's what I've been running into at community sales recently, and it's driving me bananas. However, I clicked on this ad, and then it said, or in Craigslist, I clicked on the thing, and it said it was going to take me to a map. And I'm like, ooh. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I'm literally obsessed with pirates. Yarg. I have pirate tattoos, pirate decorations. It's my jam and jelly. Goonies is my favorite movie of all time. Like, it's a thing. So I'm like, oh, a map? Ooh, tell me more. So I click over to this map, and it shows like the houses that are supposed to be in this sale. And at first I'm thinking that must be all the houses like in this area. And then I realized, no, this area is literally like the size of a town. And it was over 400 garage sales. I am not exaggerating. I am not kidding. I cannot show you the back of this map because it has people's addresses on it. However, I will just show you, these are the communities participating. So these are not like, like a street. No, this is an entire like HOA community in a town. Is everyone understanding how much this is? So I want you to think about this. Each of these they color coded this map so that you could follow this. I'm going to quickly flash here and come back because I can't show you the back, but they broke it down into like categories of communities. So I start looking at this map, and I'm like, there's no way in any world I would ever be able to hit these. Like, the most garage sales I have ever done in a day up to this point was 56. Last summer, I did a community garage sale in Manette, which is a little tiny like sub community of a place called Bremerton in Washington. And I did 56 in a day. And I thought I was literally the champion of all champions of the end of the days of the dawning of Aquarius, because I managed to get to 56 sales. Nope. Today I outdid myself. I wanted to get to 400. There was no way it was happening. That's just not physically, humanly possible to do that. This was an entire, like, basically a town, like going through different streets and stoplights and stop signs and parks and various swimming pools, and like it was so crazy. So I start the sale off, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be good. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but I'm like, Charity, you got this. So I'm like, just start small, go to the first community. So the first one I started with was this little one down in here. So I get there, and you guys, I know I haven't started doing the haul yet, and I get that, but I have to preface this for you understanding the situation I just went through today. So I go to this first community of all of the communities. Now, this is the very first community that was built in this area. So it's older homes, the streets are more narrow. And I get there, and a lot of times I like going to the older homes because it means that they've lived there for a little while. They probably haven't done a whole bunch of garage sales. They haven't probably sold anything recently because they haven't moved recently. So I usually find kind of my more vintagey stuff there. But I get there, and I see already what the issue is going to be. One, the first sale I go to, this lady, I literally walk over, and I'm looking through her stuff, and I'm like, hey, how much are you guys asking for stuff? And normally they'll say, $1 for t-shirts, $5 for sweaters, $3, $5 for jeans. That's kind of like standard at a garage sale. Now, you guys, I garage sale every weekend and have for 2 whole summers now. So I kind of know how it goes. This lady's like, oh, those are 10, those are 15, those are 25. That sweater, I really need to get at least 25 for it. I'm like, you are not getting $25 for a used sweater at a garage sale. I'm like, what is it, like Valentino something fancy? Nope. Just a little Abercrombie and Fitch. Nothing fancy. So I started off the day with that. Get to the next sale. There's so many people. You guys, it's just packed. It's just packed. And by so many people, I mean literally like 40 cars in one little area. So I get to this street. I hit, a lot of them were like bing, 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 bing. That's why I was able to do 122 today, because they were so close to each other. If you guys were commenting, I'm sorry. I got to finish the story. So I go to the second sale, nothing. I go to the third sale, nothing. I'm getting nervous. I'm sweating, you guys. I'm like, there's no way there's this many sales and it's all going to be like this. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I spend this entire day And it's like this, what if I wasted this whole day? I could be listing and I could be photographing, and I literally go and I blow through this first section. Now I look ahead of me and there's so many cars. So this road is narrow. I want you guys to imagine like old school road where if someone parks on the side of the street, the other person cannot park over here because a car can't get through. So there's cars parked all up and down the street. And I realize looking ahead of me that these people are stuck. And they're not just a little stuck, you guys. These cars are literally stuck. Like, so I back out, I back down the street. There's a lady in a white Honda Accord behind me. She's backing out. We're backing back down the street because her and I both already see what's happened. It is completely bottlenecked. You've got people pulling in people's driveways trying to get out. And we're talking like 40, 50, 60 cars. Like it was so many people. So I pull back down and I pull around the corner and I stop and I just look down. And all I can see is cars and people honking and people trying to get back out. And there's, people out there yelling, trying to, deliver traffic to go areas. And I'm like, I'm out of this area of the community. This is not working. So I go to the second little community, which is going to be this little yellow one here. And I get there. There's not as many cars. Streets are a little bit wider. It's still kind of packed. And I start my day out with, this is my thing. I don't know if you guys even know what this is. This is the fastest growing area in Texas. That's why there's so many people. So, to answer your question, so I go to the first sale that I think I can get something out. Now, sometimes I just need to do what I call breaking the ice, meaning that I need to create a deal with someone. I need to buy something. I need to do something to like get this day started. Because if I don't get this day started, what's going to happen is I'm slowly going to get like that discouragement value. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about if you're a reseller, or even if you're anyone that's ever even garage sold before. You start getting that like, I'm not going to find anything. This is a waste of time. I should have done this. I could have slept in. I didn't sleep last night. Like your head starts going, right? So I broke the ice. We'll find it here at some point. I bought a pair of shoes for like $5 and just broke the ice. And from there on, the heavens parted. And the sweet garage sale gods bestowed down upon me a literal wealth. My room, you cannot see this here. My room is stuffed with bags that we are going to be going through. So get some popcorn, grab yourself a beverage. I'm going to have a drink of water because we are about to unpack the most epic haul. This is 122 garage sales. I know, because I crossed off and counted how many garage sales I went to. This is 122 garage sales. We spent roughly, we're going to figure that out right now together, guys. Let's see. So I did 90 on Venmo and 15 on Venmo. So 90 plus 15 plus 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 16, 32 plus 20, 30, 40, 50. Plus 45, plus 15, 17, 50, plus 16. So we spent, let's write this down because I don't want to forget this. We spent $265.50. Now I planned on spending about $100 today, but I also didn't plan on going to a garage sale community. Not even community, city sale. Yeah. All right, Vicky, we're going to unpack this. Are you guys ready? Thank you, Tracy. Yes. Tap the hearts. If you guys asked any questions, please feel free to ask again. I had to get that out of me. I have had that bottled up. I literally came home. I ate a cheeseburger and I fell asleep for like almost 4 hours because that's how exhausted I was. I am sunburned. I got stung by a bee. But it was all worth it because here we go. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready? Miss Lorna Thompson. That is an in real life friend right there. She's a rad girl. All right, you guys. All right, Vicky, you guys ready? All right, let's get started here. We are going to start with this bag. So this here is going to all be kind of from one sale. So for those of you that have not joined me before, I'm what I call like a turn and burn seller. Meaning I want stuff in, I want it out. I want to get it for as cheap as I can. You're going to get a good deal. Let's go. I also am mainly clothing. So this is going to be all clothing and shoes pretty much, and hats. And I try to do men's. I've got some women's in here. And I also really try to focus on like the Y2K stuff because I am more of a Depop seller than I am any other platform. I do all the platforms, but I definitely sell probably 80% of my sales are on Depop. So I love you, Lorna. Thank you, Coley. Yes, and I do agree. And men's does sell easier. I think that there's just so many less brands or types of men's clothing. Easier to list, easier to find sell similars. You can make more money on women's a lot of times because you can get into the designer stuff. But guys, I'm not fancy. I am what I call a sweatpants fancy girl. You're going to see me probably in a t-shirt. We got this at a garage sale a few weeks ago, and an old pair of shorts from Target or a garage sale. So turn and burn. Here we go. Let's get started. Okay, so our first thing here. Now, I pick these up a lot. So this is probably one of the things besides Levi's. Most of you guys know me as like the Levi's sale girl because I literally sell so many Levi's. Other than that, this is probably one of the other things I pick up more than anything. And that is the Y2K Polo Ralph Lauren. How do I know they're Y2K? So if you're ever wondering about your labels, you're trying to like date them, figure out where they are from. Usually if you just get a little picture of this and then put it in Google Lens, you can usually kind of follow the rabbit hole. That's how I started learning what tags I'm looking for and what tags I'm not looking for. It's just kind of going down, you know, the rabbit holes. If you just search like Ralph Lauren Polo labels or tags over the years or through the years, there's Reddit rabbit holes you can go down. There's Google Lens. There's Pinterest places. There's all sorts of places that you can look at to find kind of what era stuff is from. You can also go by feel. So for me, Y2K clothes always feel what I call beefy. The tags feel beefy. The clothes feel beefy. They've got like some girth to it. Like for instance, this is a newer t-shirt. I can tell because it literally is like flimsy almost. Whereas you get stuff that's like Y2K or earlier, and it's going to have like the meat and the potatoes. As a settler, 17 years, hands down, is the fastest flip ever. Yeah, agreed. Lorna has been reselling, you guys. Lorna has been reselling for like ever. I remember when you opened up your first like little store and you were doing like, you just had a few things and you were selling on eBay. And I literally was like, what's eBay? So I was behind the times. Lorna was on it. Hi, Grandma's friend, Sophia. Thanks you guys for the love. Okay, so these are bread and butters. We got this for probably, I mean, I don't know. I don't even remember what I spent on each of these things, guys. But if we break down how many things I have here, according to how much money I spent, I would say everything was probably between 50 cents to $1. So little polo, easy flip. This will probably be a, judging by the year and the tag, I would say, and sometimes they'll have the year on these, not always. They'll usually have, you can always tell the Ralph Lauren ones that are older though, because they'll have that like beefy tag down there rather than just the paper one. This is probably like a 2010. I'd say this is probably a late Y2K, maybe 2009. So that's an easy, probably after everything, I'll probably wind up getting about $16 for that. All right, next one, another polo, same situation. These are all a small. So a lot of times what I will do, and this is a tip for you guys out there, if you get someone that buys one of these online, and you have other shirts that are like this for sale, don't be shy. Send them a message. Hey, I just saw that you bought that Ralph Lauren polo, size small. I wanted to let you know I've got a couple of those other ones in my store. If you want to do like a bundle deal, I can go ahead and do a little discount shipping, or I can, give you a percentage off or whatever deal you guys want to do. Whoa, 20 years, says Tracy. Yeah, baby. eBay started in 95, which is so crazy, right? Yeah. Okay, so next we've got another one. So this is just a whole, this one's got some stains on it here, but what I'll do is, so this is another little trick, is I will just take a little piece of tape and I'm just going to put it right over that line. And then I'm going to take a Q-tip and a little bit of bleach and I'm going to get that sucker out, because that is not going to come out with just like OxyClean. That is probably, that looks like maybe like taco sauce or something. So I'm just going to do a little, and when I'm garage selling, guys, like I said, I'm trying to turn and burn. So I'm not trying to inspect everything. I got this for 50 cents. If I can't get the stain out, I sell it for $6 and I move on with my life, right? Okay, next is Another polo. So we get another one here, another size small. So I love being able to get a whole bunch of something in one size because I can totally do the like, hey, I've got a great deal. You know, I may even put in my description, I have other polos for sale. If you're interested, shoot me a message. Okay, next we have, this is a, you should know what this is. I'm hesitant to say the brand online because there's all sorts of rules. But it is an oh dear God. If you guys know what that is, this is a fire t-shirt. This will probably sell for like $20, and it'll probably wind up selling. My guess is Depop. Those polos will probably sell either Depop, maybe eBay, never Poshmark. I don't ever sell that stuff on Poshmark, ever. I could put those polos for $5 on Poshmark and probably not sell them there. Jody, Monster's here. Joe, what are you doing? All right, next we've got another brand. I'm sure you're all familiar with what this is. This is another fire t-shirt. This is a Portland company, so what this tells me is that this was probably a promotional shirt that came. A lot of times what will happen is restaurants will get a ton of like promotional stuff. And they will pass it out to the employees. Employees take it home, they get rid of it, and they move on with their lives. Okay, next we have, so this is a little Jordan. Let's see if we can see the year on this. Let's put the glasses on here. Not all Jordan stuff is time stamped. So I don't know what year this is. I'm going to go with my gut. And I'm going to say this is like a 2012. I'm going to go with a 2012 on this one. It's really cool. It's got like little sneakers and it's, you know, I don't know. Let's take a look here. This, every once in a while, I just got to look something up because I get the curiosity bug going. So I'm going to pop this down here. We're going to turn on. Does anybody have any questions or anything? I mean, we are just getting started on this, you guys. This is crazy. If you're just joining in, I went to 122 garage sales today in what was supposed to be just a community garage sale, but was literally like a city. It was like a whole town got together. Nobody was doing anything else but watching the Texas football game and doing garage sales. Okay, let's see here. 2008. So we've got one for sale over on Depop for $30. Now this one has a few spots on it that I will try to OxyClean out. But here's my take on stuff. I do not want to spend, time is money, money is time, right? I'm not looking to spend a bunch of time cleaning clothes and trying to make things perfect. If I got to knock $5 off something because there's a couple spots on it, great. And here's the thing about Depop, guys. People are cool with it on Depop. I know people are like, oh, I don't want to sell stuff with holes in it or it's got a little spot. This is not Poshmark. This is not eBay. Depop is like, they are cool with it. That generation is fine. Yeah, 122 garage sales is absolutely insane. I left the house at 6:40, I think it was, something like that. And I got done when I finished and I finally pulled into a gas station. It was 1:13. So we just went crazy and it was a beautiful day today. Oh, so gorgeous. Got a little sun on my bones. All right, the next one is a brand. I can't talk about what it is, but if you know what it is, then you know what it is. This is Literal Fire. This is, honey.
No.
That's dope. Very cool is what he meant. So this is a very sought after t-shirt brand. That is probably a $50 t-shirt. By the way, new with tags. So this is probably a $50 flip. I would say something in that neighborhood. Ascension! Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. I was wondering if we were going to see you tonight. All right, moving right along, guys. We have not one, but we have another polo. So all the same size, all have a couple little spots here and there. Like I said, we'll try to get out what we can. Sometimes if I end up with a few that will have spots on them, let's say I'm like, there's like 3 that have spots, bundle those puppies together. Do pictures. Put them as a selling all 3 situation, and you're going to get more money doing that than you are if you're trying to piece them out and wait for them to sell for $4 less each because they have a spot that won't come out. Turn and burn, baby. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have not even gotten one bag. Like, I don't think you understand how full my room is right now. Whew. All right, next one is another polo. So same exact era. My guess is this dude, this is a large though. So my guess is either he got bigger, started wearing a bigger size, or started bigger and got smaller. This one does not have a paper tag on it, which tells me it's probably a little bit older. I would say this is probably a 2008. So the 2008 polos, everything was still a little bit baggy for menswear at that time. It hadn't quite gone into that like full, you know, indie, like emo look quite yet. Everything was a bit baggy. This has a couple little tiny pinholes on it. Again, guys, a Depop. It'll sell on Depop. No worries. Oh boy. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, one of my favorite things to sell ever. I cannot keep these in my store. Thanks for the look at Ascension. Dang. Not kidding with the hearts tonight, baby. Hey, Brianna. Oh my gosh, I'm hydrating because I literally spent how many hours in the sun today? Woo! All right, so little pair of Miss Me's. So the thing about Miss Me's, and I hear this a lot from other resellers, like, oh, I can't sell Miss Me's. I don't understand why I can't sell them. Everyone else can sell them. So Miss Me's are super descriptive and trigger word sensitive, meaning there are thousands and thousands and thousands of pairs of used Miss Me's on the internet for sale, right? So it's really going to be about those descriptive words that you're putting inside of your descriptions. So are you putting any trigger words? Are you putting any keywords? Are you using words like rock, moto, biker, SOA for Sons of Anarchy? I always do that one. Are you using Western, cowgirl, Santa Fe, ranch, rodeo, hardcore, punk, edgy, motocross, MMA, affliction? Like these are all trigger words that if you put in your description, it's going to help the algorithms to find that, because I can't keep Miss Me's in my store. They are one of my top selling things, but I think it really is truly because of all of those descriptive words. If you're wondering what I mean by that, all you got to do is pop over to any of the platforms that I sell on, look up Miss Me's, look in the description, and look at the bottom, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Vintage toys. Okay, so these are probably a $24 pair of Miss Me's, I would say. They have one tiny little spot there. I might try to OxyClean. A lot of times what I'll do is I just lay everything out, OxyClean everything, let it sit for about 30 minutes, pop it in the wash, see how it comes out. If it comes out, great. If it doesn't come out, sounds great. Moving right along. Okay, what do we got next? Another pair of Miss Me's. So same exact thing, same exact triggers. So these are like the more skinny-legged, skinny girl jeans ones. So these are also going to want indie. You're going to want scenester, scene, hipster, emo girl, anything that you could think of that kind of triggers that like skinny leg look, but then also obviously biker, hardcore, edgy, motocross, concert, bling, glam, Paris Hilton, blah, blah, brats. No, brats would be more of a flared one. So, yeah, so there's that. Okay. Next couple things here. So I don't buy a lot of jerseys. There tends to be some jerseys for sale at garage sales I go to. However, most of the time, the guy that's selling the jerseys at the garage sale is not very reasonable with his pricing on jerseys. So I tend to find that I usually get a lot of pushback. So what I did with this guy was it was a husband and wife. They had a whole bunch of like some of those clothes you just saw here, as well as maybe some of the other stuff that's down here. And what I wound up doing was saying, hey, if I get all of this stuff here in a bundle, will you make me a good deal for the jerseys? So the first one that we've got here, this is a vintage one. This is older. I would say this is probably like a 2004-ish maybe. It's the Dynasty brand. This is not a huge sought after one. I know that. A baseball club series. It's not a specific player, but it is vintage and it is meaty and has a ton of like feel to it. They just don't make them this kind of quality anymore, as far as I've seen. The newer jerseys have a flimsier feel to them. So this is probably a $30 flip. I think with the price that I paid for it, I probably got him down to about $10 for it. It's got a couple little spots on it, but again, we'll OxyClean it and see. Now, I have not comped this. I could be totally incorrect on that, but I'm assuming it's about a $30 jersey. Okay, the next one we've got here, this is a, these are the Texans. We've got car number 8. I would guess that this is probably like a $50 jersey if I had to guess, just going by. It is an NFL equipment. It's a large, which is a great size. It's got the genuine tag. It's an old school Reebok. Yeah, let's take a look here. And we're just doing rough comps, guys. I'm not really like super comping these. I'm just pulling them up on Google Lens and just kind of seeing what the other people are selling them for. Let's take a look here. 45, 28, 50. It's kind of all over the place. 21. So I'll probably have to do a little bit more research on it. So not a crazy, like super huge one, but yeah, it looks like about 30 bucks, 19, 24, 25, probably 25, 30 bucks, somewhere right there. Not bad. Probably spent $8 on it or something like that. But the reason I wanted to get these is because I saw this one. So I know an old Majestic label when I see one. So this is a vintage, I would say at least, well, maybe not vintage, probably pretty close. Gloss number 25. It's meaty. It's got the old school Majestic on the bottom. I would say Majestic's probably the only brand I really know a little bit about. And I was trying to kind of comp this while the guy was standing there, but he was like literally talking to me the whole time. So I risked it for the biscuit. It needs a little bit of love and cleaning, and we're going to take a look. So my guess was that this was like a $60 jersey, but we're going to take a look here. Let's see. What did we do a good job, guys, or did we not do a good job? So this is, oh yeah, I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job, guys. Let's see. That's an autographed one, so that doesn't count. Yeah, I think we're looking at about $80. Nice. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So probably wound up getting like $70 for it on deal. Do you Google Lens while you're there? That's a good question, Tracy. I try to. So I'm fairly sly, but I also am trying to like create that communication. I'm trying to kind of create that like small little friendship with the person so that, you know, we're able to make a deal. So, and the guy was literally standing like right there. So I was kind of trying, but I couldn't really get like a full answer. But just judging by the Majestic label, I had a fairly good feeling. Majestic. All right. Bag 1. We did it, honey. We made it through the first bag. Are we ready for bag 2? Oh my God. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we're going to blow through these a little faster, guys. All right. This was something I bought without comping as well. I did not know what this brand was, but this is a larger. So this is an extra large, but it also is like almost a big and tall. It is a quilted flannel. This is literally like the perfect season to start selling these. And it's in really good condition. I do not know this brand. I don't know if you guys are familiar. So a lot of times it's called Highland Outfitters. A lot of times when I buy something like this, I'm not buying it necessarily because of the brand. I'm buying it because of the aesthetic. The amount of descriptive words I'm going to be able to attach to this: hunting, camping, fishing, outdoor man, outdoors. We can throw punk in there. We can throw cozy. We can throw grunge because of a flannel. The amount of descriptive words we can put in there for this to get seen. Sometimes you do have to wing it, Tracy. That's a good point. The amount of stuff that sometimes you just got to risk it. You just got to risk it for the biscuit and go with your gut. And I knew on this for $1 that I could at least sell this thing for like $15. So I'm going to say it's probably $15. I don't know. We won't know until we comp it. All right, next thing, same sale. I got these for $1. Nice little pair of Nike basketball shorts. They are meaty, meaning that these are probably older. This is an older tag too. So I would say that these are probably like a 2013. Oh, it's worn off. I'll probably have to Google lens those, but here's the tag on that. This Nike tag, I can't remember the date on this one with these gray labels. I know it's the 2010 labels. Can't remember. I'm testing my knowledge. I think those are like a 2010. Okay, next, my breads and butters. All right, we got a pair of Levi's. These are 569s. I would prefer to always find just women or men's Levi's if I can. They always sell better. However, I popped that tag over and I could see what the date was. These are a 2009. So these are a Y2K jean. And because they're a Y2K jean with the vertical stitching, it means they haven't shrunk too much. They have the mom jean look. They have the baggy and loose through the back. These will sell pretty well. I'll probably wind up getting, usually women's Levi's. Ooh, and they even have like the grunge aesthetic at the bottom. Usually on women's Levi's, I'm only going to get like between like 10 if they're like a Denizen and like maybe 17-ish. But with these being a little bit tattered, having that loose aesthetic to them, I'll probably be able to get more like 24 for those. Moving right along. Paid $1 for those. I do remember that. Okay, next we've got Old Navy baggy. This is a no-brain pickup. If you guys see this old school Old Navy tags, you'll see them. They'll say baggy, some say loose, some say carpenter. These are a 100% sell-through for me. I absolutely never, ever, ever, I always call it grunge bottoms. I never, ever, ever keep these in my store. These always go, these Old Navies. And I think just because of the way that they were made at this era, this is so popular right now, you guys. The skate aesthetic, the loose through the thigh, the baggy through the thigh. You can do streetwear. You can do hip hop. You can do skate, skater boy skate, grunge. You can do casual. You can do 90s retro, Y2K, 2000s, nostalgia. There's so many different keywords you can use for these ones here. Probably will get 23, 24 for those probably as well. Somewhere right in there. All right, next we have a pair of Nautica. Now, I don't always pick up Nautica jeans, but I picked these up. Every time I say that, I feel like saying, I don't always pick up Nautica jeans, but when I do. So I picked these up for a couple different reasons. One, they have a cool little logo thing on the front. Sometimes jeans, the aesthetic of them just look cool, and you know they're going to sell because there's something weird to them. Like these have a very, very strange pocket to them. Really cool, really different. They also have a red zipper. It's little things like that that can make a big difference. I don't even know what the comp is. Ooh, and they got the carpenter baggy aesthetic at the side. Thank you very much. I will be selling those. So that just made these are probably a $30 pair of jeans because of that. Just that little bit right there. This is so hot and popular right now. Fantastic. They were $1. Okay. Oh my gosh, this room is going to be trashed when I'm done, you guys. All right, another pickup. Oh, this is the other Old Navy one you should always look for. Painter's pants. Always look for these painter's pants. This style, they don't make them like this anymore. These are sick. These are such fire. These have that total like loose baggy aesthetic. They always wind up picking up like a grunge hue in the front here. So you're able to, say that they've got, grunge discoloration or grunge aesthetic through the front. Just really cool. Look at this back, guys. With the old painter's tag, we've got all the pockets here. Oh, these are fire. Oh, with the double stitch hem. Oh, yes, thank you. I will be taking those. Oh my gosh. Those are amazing. I get excited, guys. I get excited. I can't help it. Those are probably $26. All right. Now, these were a fun story. Everybody knows what these are, right? Thanks for the follow. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm trying. I'm going to get to the 5K. I already know it's going to happen. I have manifested it, and the garage sale gods are smiling down. We're going to make it happen. All right. Funny story with these. So I walk up to the sale and it's all just like super kind of low level clothes. And by that, I mean like kind of just Target brands, kind of just Walmart brands, like nothing that I'm going to get to flip. That's just not my aesthetic. I know people that make money doing that, and I think that's awesome. It's not me. I can't do it. So I'm looking around, and all of a sudden in the corner, all I saw was this front. Now, the reason I recognize this front in this look is I just sold this same pair of boots, only in pink. Like, you guys, we just wrapped these up together, like 4 days ago or something, and I sold them for $50 over on Depop. So I was like, okay, I'm getting these. She wanted $10 for them. We agreed at $7. So we are going to get some good profit off of that. When you go garage sailing and you come home, it is imperative that you take these stickers off that people have written tags down or written on magic marker. If you leave them like this, not only can the magic marker like transpose down onto plastic and material, but if anything rubs that and gets sweaty or hot or sticky and touches it, you will end up with ink on your stuff. I had it happen to me when I first started garage sailing last summer, and I didn't realize that that was going to happen. And we lost quite a few things to that. So take those off, throw them to the ground and say, no, you naughty puppy, you will not be ruining my items. All right. So yeah, so these are probably a $50 flip. They're in really good condition. They're a size 8, which is like, I think they're 8s. I think they're 8s. Are they 8s? They look like 8s. Am I making that up? 8s. I think 8s. I think they're 8s. They look like 8s. All right. So little hunter boots. Yeah, so I'm walking up. I see those. Then I wind up making the deal with the lady. I walk away, and this girl literally goes, oh, my God, they have hunter boots here. I didn't even see. And I was like, whoa. I was like, she's cooked. She's angry. I'm out of here. So me and my hunter boots, we go back in the car. Went to garage sale number 84. Okay, next. So remember how I said that sometimes you just got to break the ice at a sale. So this happens to me. I'll like get like for Clint, I go to a garage sale. I'm going out garage sailing and I get nervous because I'm not going to find anything. And then maybe I pass up on a couple things because I think I'm not getting a good deal. And I'm like, Charity, you need to make a sale. You need to be the garage sailing superhero that you are. And you need to just get something bought so that you can like have it bought, put it in the car, and then move along because then I'll find other things. I don't know why it works like this, but I swear it does. So if you're having a hard time finding stuff at garage sale, find something to buy. Just find something for $1 to buy. I swear that once you find it, you will then find other things. It's some weird like cosmic universe, joke thing or something. So this is what I found. These are the first things I bought. This is a little pair of Justin cowboy boots, guys. I didn't even comp them. I know I can sell them. I cannot keep cowboy boots in my store. If I find cowboy boots and they're even in reasonable condition and they're even a reasonable price, I will absolutely sell them. Let's take a look and see what the comps are on these. These are kind of just a super basic Justin's. So I don't think that they're probably like a super spender. So we're looking at about $40. Perfect. So I bought them for $5, sell them for $40. That's a great flip. These are so easy to clean up. You don't have to really do too much because people that are buying used cowboy boots aren't too picky about that. But I will use a little leather cleaner and just clean them up so they look nice. Take me about 2 minutes. Okay, moving along. What do we got next? What is this? I don't remember. Oh, New York baseball. Authentic. So this is another little majestic. It's newer. Not something I'd always pick up, but I was able to do a let's make a deal. So a lot of times what I'll do when I'm at a sale is let's say that I really, really want this pin, right? But I know that this person does not want to sell this pin to me because it's their prized possession. Now, you guys that have been to a garage sale in your life know exactly what I'm talking about. Hi to everyone that's joined. Amanda, Vicious, Brianna. Hi, everybody. Hi, Whitney. Sorry, I'm on tangents tonight. So let's say that you want to buy this pin at a garage sale, right? But this person has this marked at some higher price. Because at every garage sale, there's the one thing that someone thinks that they're going to sell and it's going to like, buy them a new Ferrari or something. I don't know why, but everyone has their like prized one thing at a garage sale. Sometimes it's a jacket. Sometimes it's a piece of furniture. Sometimes it's their mom's dishes. It can be anything. You never know what it's going to be, but there's always going to be something. So if I want that prized possession, but I'm not willing to spend what that prized possession is, I'll do this. I'll act interested in that and I'll say, okay, well, I'll come back around and think about it. Then I will find this I like this here, I like this item. And I said, hey, if I got all three of these, what would you be willing to do? And they'll say, well, $30. And I'll be like, okay, I'm still kind of interested in that pen. I know you wanted to get $20 for it. If I was willing to do like 30 on this, would you be willing to do 10 for this? Now, what did I do? Not only did I get the thing that I want, I got it at a discount, but I also got all of these three items in a bundle. So I saved money on each of these items. They feel like they got a good deal. I know that I got a good deal. And we just move along and then we come home and we have something like this. So this is just a simple little bread and butter item. This will probably sell for like $10. It's not anything too crazy. I did get it though because it's a 2XL. I love selling bigger sizes. If it's plus, I'm going to sell it. If it's big and tall, I'm going to sell it. If it's got a wide length shoe, I'm going to sell it. Because those are things that are specialty items that are harder for people to find. They're not as mass produced as just like a men's large t-shirt or a women's medium top. Those are more mass produced sizes. So when you can find them in the bigger sizes, I will always pick them up. I'm that girl that's like, those are size 60, 46 pants. Put them in my cart. Let's go. Because I know that they're going to sell. Okay. So this is the New York baseball. It's probably like $10. It's nothing big, but it helps me to play Let's Make a Deal. All right, moving on to our next item. Another pair of Old Navies. This is a pair of Old Navy. The reason I got these, relaxed fit. So the relaxed fit stuff right now is so huge. It's so big. It's so popular. Just imagine the pair of pants that like Kurt Cobain or like any of the members of like Queensryche or any of the members of like Pearl Jam would have worn, or like what Green Day would have worn in like 1992. That is so popular right now. So if you're trying to look at something at a garage sale and you're like, man, I don't know if this is going to be big, all you have to do is think like, who would wear these and is it relevant in pop culture right now? Nirvana's comeback and how popular they are right now, they've always been popular, but over the last like few years, it's just exploded again. And that whole like 90s grunge scene is so popular. I lived through it once. I'm living through it again, only this time we're reselling the clothing. So little pair of Old Navies, bread and butters, nothing fancy, probably a $14 pair of pants. What year are these? I am guessing, judging by the look, these are probably like a 2012. I'm going to go 2012 on that. Okay, what do we got next? We have something else. Ooh, we need to take a little sip of water. Wide leg, baggy carpenter. Yep, vicious, exactly. Natalie, Shannon, Mama. Ooh, 3.7 hearts, you guys. We're doing it tonight. What are we doing? We're hanging out together on TikTok. That's what we're doing. We're just chilling. All right. Man, I can tell I got a good nap in. I feel like I got energy. I'm excited to get this stuff listed. All right. Next, we've got another easy pickup, another Old Navy boot cut, low waist. So these are a total Y2K. Look at those bottoms. They have some nice distressing, some grunge distressing at the bottom, some distressing out through the back. These will, I would say these are either going to sell on Poshmark or they're going to sell on, see, 14 short. Yeah, Poshmark or Depop. Either way. Oh, look at that nice. Like that distressing, most people would just throw them away because of that. That right there is what makes me money on Depop. All day long, baby. Brianna going crazy with the hearts. I see the love. I'm feeling the love. Hey, Michelle. What do we have next, guys? Ooh, all right. Now, these I did do a quick comp on. They're Nikes. They're weird. I've never seen these before, and they look old. So I was like, all right, we're just going to check these out. So these are a 5Y. So, I mean, they are a smaller size, but that's okay because you'll find out why in a second. These are a 2006. So to find a kid's pair of almost vintage Nikes. Now, what I'll be able to do here is I'll be able to put rags in the bottom here. I'll be able to take my heat gun way far away from it. I'll be able to get some of those toe creases out. These will shine up really well. I did do the twist check. We did all of that. I always twist and check. If you guys are wondering how to do that, you just want to bend, twist, twist. If someone looks at you like you're crazy at a garage sale doing that, that's okay, because they're either going to break while you're doing that and you're going to say, congratulations, your shoes have dry rot, or you're going to purchase them. So I paid $5 for these, and I did comp these while I was at a garage sale. So these are technically called the 2006 Nike SB Vandal Low Frankenstein. So I'm just going to pop a quick comp up there for you guys to take a look. It's fine. It's fine if you want to just take a look real quick. Yep. So we're going to do real well on those ones. Thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, I did not think they were going to be worth that much, but I was pleasantly surprised. And when she said $5, I was like, that's that. I don't even have to think about it. Put them in my car. Okay. I wish they were a bigger size, but well, they will still sell. Okay. Next, we've got a pair of Levi's. Now, I don't pick up a ton of women's, what I call like the classically generic or the Denizen-like brands much, because they don't have a huge sell-through rate. But I could tell because of these back buttons on this, I sold the men's version of this exact model for like $40 maybe a month ago. So I was like, okay, I know they're Y2K. Let's take a look here. I could tell also by the tag. And let's date these here. So these are a 2010. So these were made in May, it looks like 2010. So they're 2010, total Y2K. It's got the flared bottoms. It even has like the raw, this is called like a raw edge or raw hem. That's really big right now too. So that's probably we'll probably get about $17 for those, I would say. The back label's cracked, but again, you have to remember, people that are looking for this aesthetic are also looking for that aesthetic. So, Mrs. Risner, welcome in. Every time I see your name, it makes me smile. It feels so official and I love it. Hey, Desert Chai. All right. Desert Chai or Desert Chi? Desert Chi. Could be Chai, could be Chi. All right. Hey, Kelly. Whoa, another bag. You guys, we did it. We only have so many to go. Justin, are you even hearing how much stuff I got today? He says he brought it all inside. He's like, I know. Okay. We're going to take tags off here because we do not want ink. I got these for, I got a fun story about these. Let me grab these along with it. Okay. So this is an example. These were the one thing at the sale that the person really wanted to sell, but I knew that they were going to ask quite a hefty price for these, right? These are 7.5 Timberland. They're a hiking boot and they have not been used. They literally are brand spanking new. Now I know that these shoes go for, I think around 200 online, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but I think they go for about 200 online right now. And so I had a feeling that she was going to want like 60 or 70 bucks for it. So here's what I did. So I said I was interested in these, and then I continued to shop and I found these. So these are a little pair of Levi's. This is modern, but they do have corduroy. So corduroy is another thing that sells really well for me. They're also button fly. So that's just a no-brainer, corduroy and button fly. They are modern. I would guess like a 2019. I was going to say 2020. So these are 2019. So it's a modern pair, but I'll probably be able to get around $27 or so over on Poshmark is probably where these will sell. So I saw those, and then I also saw the exact same ones in this kind of like off, like it's a burnt orange, I guess you call it, like a burnt sienna color. And so here's what I did. So they wanted $5 for each of these pairs of pants. So what I did was I was like, okay, boy, I really want those shoes. And I said, how much? And at first she said $30. And I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can swing that. And she was like, okay. And she was like, well, I can't go any lower than 25 because they're brand new. And I'm like, no, that's fair. That's fair. And I was like, and you guys want 5 for each of the pair of pants. I said, what if I got both of these pair of pants and the shoes and paid you guys 30? That way you're selling 2 extra pairs of pants. You're selling the boots. I'm getting $5 off. So I feel like I got a good deal. How does that sound? Always end everything with a question. Stop everything. Everyone stop. Everyone stop for a second. This is the number one selling tip, buying tip, or any tip that I could ever give you. And it's absolutely for the price of free 99. When you go to make a sale with someone, or you go to close it, or you're trying to close the deal, meaning in our business, you're trying to get someone to sell you something for the price that you want it. Whatever you do, end it with a question. It forces the other person just within their moral core values to respond to you. They are so less likely to leave you hanging. I'm going to give you 2 different scenarios. I could have said, well, I could do 25 for the shoes and I could do $5 for the pants. That's what I feel comfortable with. Right? I could have said that. Or I could say, well, what I can do is I can give you 25 for the shoes. And how about if we do both the pair of pants for $30? That way I feel like I'm getting a good deal and you're getting a good deal. How does that sound? Everyone repeat after me. How does that sound? How does that sound? How does that sound? I use it every single time I source. It is how I end every single conversation and every single deal at every single garage sale, at every single flea market, at every single anywhere where I can actually make a deal other than like Goodwill because the attendant just looks at me like I'm insane. How does that sound? Everybody say it. How does that sound? Stamp it, stamp it, stamp it, stamp it, and take it with you. Put it as a note in your car. Put it in notes all over your house. I'm telling you, that little phrase right there is going to completely, irrevocably change how much you're able to get things from and how much you're able to sell it. I do the same thing when I sell things online. Hey, that offer sounded pretty good. It's a little low. I can do 25. How does that sound? How does that sound? Tracy, yes. West Coast, hi. How does that sound? All right, moving right along. So yeah, so we got these Timberland and we got these 2 pair of pants for a total of $30. How does that sound? These shoes will probably, I'm guessing, still brand new. I mean, these got to be $100. Like, am I tripping? These got to be $100 at least. And then we've got these pants like $26 a piece. Should we look it up? Look, it's got a UPC on it. Let me go into eBay and just even see. I'm guessing that they got to be like at least $75. I'm about to be disappointed or pleasantly surprised. One of 2 things is about to happen. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like about $65. Yeah, so perfect. That's what we want. All right, moving along. All right, and these will probably sell. I am guessing that these Timberlands will probably be Poshmark. I'm going to go with Poshmark. Women's Timberland hiking boots. We're going into cold season. That's Poshmark. Okay, what do we got? Now here is an item that I bought. We have detected inactivity during your live. There has been no activity. A second, I got to verify. They're calling me inactive. They're calling me inactive. What does that even mean? All right, it's thinking. If it kicks me out, guys, I'll just go live again. Oh, do we lose the internet? Did we lose the internet, honey? No. Okay, we're back. Moving right along. All right, moving right along. Okay, so this is an item that I got not because of the brand. The brand is Express. That means literally nothing to me. The reason I got this is because of the aesthetic of this. So first of all, this is a Western cut pearl snap. It also has this awesome like embroidery on the back. So I'm going to be able to use trigger words for this. Like I'm going to be able to use, Western rodeo, Santa Fe, cowboy core, Western fashion, Western core. But then I'm also going to be able to hit a totally other aesthetic of like MMA, thick stitch, affliction, cyber, there's a whole nother aspect to the person that's going to be purchasing this. So that's why I got this. It was 50 cents. This was kind of a cool find. The lady wanted $2 for this. I was able to talk her down to $1 just because I don't know the history on it. I'm going to have to figure it out. So this is a very, 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 very old Levi's jacket. Like, that is an ancient label, number one. And number two, this is the old school, like, metal zipper. Do you guys remember these jackets? The old school Levi's ones with like the old painted, like this is old school. I don't even know what year this is from. I'm going to have to do some research. It's so old. It didn't even have like any of the like Levi's like other tagging. This was the only thing it had. It's got the old bat wings. I'm either being completely tricked by the era this is, or I'm going to guess this is like a late 70s Levi's jacket. For $1, I was willing to risk it. It definitely has a couple like stainies on it. I think this is probably like maybe the lady, because I bought it from a lady that looked like she was probably like around 50. So my guess is that this was potentially something that was like, has been in the back of her closet for a while. So I'm just going to take a picture and see if I can even get anything on that. Oh yeah. I mean, this is going to be one of those products where I may have to actually do. Have you guys ever seen a jacket like this? Like maybe when you were a kid or anything? Yeah. I mean, it's pulling up 80s for me all over, 80s and 70s. Yeah, it has to be. There's just no way that Levi's would have came out with another like metal zipper like that. That doesn't even exist anymore. So, hey, Nicole. Yeah, so I don't even know what we're going to be able to make off of this. I think it's going to just depend on what I can find. This is going to be a little bit of like a rabbit hole to figure out that label. I'm really good with Levi's labels, and I have never seen this one. I have never seen a cream label with the brown bat wings. Yes, this is really Levi's too. It's too old to be like something that someone's not trying to do a knockoff of. There's just no way. They didn't do knockoffs in the 70s. Okay, these, I met the nicest three ladies at a garage sale. I think they'd been drinking wine. They were absolutely adorable. It was three friends having a great time out on the lawn. We laughed and joked. It was a good little like 5-minute break in the 122 garage sales to just stop and have like a human moment. Had a great time chatting with them. They were absolutely hilarious. They were trying to sell me a wine fridge. I think they had drank all the wine. It was awesome. Thanks, Jennifer. Hey, Eva. So we picked these up. She only wanted $2 for them. This is not something I would normally pick up. It's an Old Navy, the Sweetheart, totally modern. It is not, this is by no means a vintage pair of pants or even a Y2K. Oh my gosh, no. What? What? No. No, that can't be right. This tag on here says it's a 2009. There's no way. No, that can't be right. Are these is this a dead stock? No, that's a newer label, isn't it? It says December 2009 on the tag. I swear it says it on the tag. Look at this. There's no way. This can't be right. Am I reading that wrong? It literally says December 09. BAS is going to be the code of the factory that was made in. And then the V/1195 is just going to be their codes. And then that's going to be a color code. That has to be a 2009. Okay. Well, we may have just picked up a pair of dead stock pants. I'm going to have to do a little research on that, which means these are probably the same thing then. Like we got each of these for $2. So let's see what the label says on this. Am I being tricked, you guys, on this? Like, yeah, this is January 2012. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that changes it then. If these are a dead stock Old Navy, and dead stock, for those that don't know what that means, is it just means it's a brand new item with tags and everything that is completely out of production. So, I mean, okay, we'll have to figure it out, but that's cool. So, moving on. Okay, this is a brand I love. This is a bread and butter brand for me. I sell these about as quick as I get them in the store. They sell. I think I've sold out of it all again. Torrid. Torrid sells really, really well for me. It is a reliable brand. People know what their size is. They can purchase it and usually not have any like qualms. These will probably sell them on Poshmark. That seems to be where most of my Torrid stuff sells. These are a good size too. These are a 22, which is a nice common size. And this was so cute. So this lady had all these, you know, she had taken the time to put these little tags on everything and did like the color code system. Normally when I see a color code system, I'm like, alert, alert, we've got a Karen in the building, alert, whoop, 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 right? However, when I asked her how much her pink tags were, she said 25 cents. And I was like, oh, perfect. This is my kind of gift. Thank you very much. So I picked up a little pair of Torrids. These, I just sold a red pair of these and almost the exact same shorts for like 20 bucks, I think, 18 bucks, something like that. So easy little 25-cent flip, not bad. Okay, next thing we got is another new with tags. Now this is going to be an example of a newer polo label. But I got these because this literally is a $42 shirt that we picked up for $1. It's in a medium. It's in good condition. You know, it's so interesting. I can feel, this is what I mean by meaty. So when I feel this new polo, look at it. It's just kind of flimsy, right? These old ones, look at that. It's meaty. That's the only way I can describe it is it's got like meat. It's got like oomph. It's got like potatoes with gravy and it's got all the fixins, right? This is like a lean cuisine meal. It's just a completely different kind of feeling. Now, there's nothing wrong with the new modern look. A lot of people like it and I sell a lot of it. But that older stuff to me is just always going to be, it's just always going to be better because it's just made better, right? Southern, what are you doing on this Saturday? Hanging out by your computer with a big bun in your hair. I just know it. Southern's like, whoa, whoa. All right. Next pair we've got is another pair of Torrid pants. These were the pink tags, so 25 cents. And I think these are 20s. Yeah, so 20 regulars, easy sell. I mean, the nice thing about Torrid is, like I said, people just know what their size is. These have a little bit of wear, a little bit of pilling. I'll be able to take my de-piller because, you know, I love my gadgets and kind of de-pill them. We'll probably get like 13 bucks or something for these. Nothing too crazy, but not bad for a quarter. All right, next item here. This is another thing I picked up, not because it's American Eagle. I picked it up because look at this sick fire pattern. This is such a cool, I'm going to button this top button so you can kind of get the aesthetic of this. This is such a cool shirt. Like there's just something about it I really like. It's got a true like Southwestern kind of look to it. It's got the brown, really pretty marbled pearl snaps down the front of it. It's got like that nice light cotton. It feels super breathable. It's in a medium, so it's a great size. And the amount of descriptive keywords we'll be able to use on that is everything from, you know, hippie to Western to across the board. I mean, this will be a nice little sell. I would say this is probably creeping on that like $26, $27 pearl snap, just because the pearl snaps have so much detail to it. Just remember, the more cool details you find on something, all of that stuff ticks up the price a little bit. You know, 50 cents, $1 kind of moves it up. All right, what do we got? Oh my God, I can't believe we saw this much stuff. This is insane. All right, blue was 50 cents, you guys. 50 cents. That's outrageous. I'm not paying that. Just kidding. I'm going to pay that all day. So got another pair of Torrid, little pair of Torrid leggings, little breads, little butters, 12, 13 bucks, probably something right in there. They are not going to be anything too big, but they do have like the faux pockets in the back. So these are meant to go as like more of like a dress legging. So I'll probably do like career woman, career gal. We'll also do date night, sexy. Well, there's a couple other words I could think of that we'll probably include in those descriptors. All right. Now, you guys know I love picking up boots. I love picking up boots because boots sell all day. So she wanted $10 for these. We met at 7. This was actually the last thing I picked up for the day. It's not the last thing I have in my pile, but these are the last thing of the day. They have a few scuff marks, but if you guys have ever watched any of my videos, you will know that I have found the secret to restoring patent leather. They come out literally flawless. It's amazing, and I can turn and flip. So I will buy patent leather that has those markings, those scuffs, those scratches, because I know how to fix it. That is a video for another time because it's a long explanation, but it has really helped me to sell a lot of boots. So those will probably sell for like, I would say probably like $33, somewhere in there. Moving right along. Picked up some receipt books for free, so that I'm able to keep track of how much I'm spending when I'm on the road, so I'm not just writing it down on scraps of paper and little Post-it notes that then get lost. Got those in a free box. Raise your hand if you love a free box at a garage sale. Me, I like free boxes. Okay, so this is a little Columbia. Now, we've had conversations about Columbia before. I don't always pick up Columbia. The newer stuff. If it's new with tags, I'll pick it up. If it's like a super specialty, like heat gear or dry fit style, if it's in really, really good condition, if I'm getting it for a good price, I'll pick it up. But normally, that join my team thing, every time it pops up, I'm like, Bella says, yes, free box. Yes. Hey, Betty. So I will always pick up vintage Columbia. It always sells. It always does well for me. Anything Y2K sells. Any of the newer stuff, 50-50. Oh, we got our live goal. You guys, we reached our live goal. We did it. We're heroes. This was something I picked up because A, it was $1, but B, I have never seen anything like this. So it's a Bonefish Flats Columbia men's extra large fishing shirt, but it's just like really unique. I've just never seen anything like it. It's got this kind of like interesting, weird tag at the bottom. Has anyone ever seen a Columbia fishing shirt like this at all? And it's like a lightweight cotton feel to it. Oh yeah, it's 100% cotton, and it says it's got a radial sleeve, patent pending. So when I see stuff like that, that's got like some sort of weird thing to it, I will usually pick it up, because that weird thing or that thing that seems strange to me is going to be the thing that helps sell. Has anybody ever seen this? Michelle's never seen it. Yeah, I've never seen one like this before. So like I said, if it's $1, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Oh, we're going to turn that brand around too before we get a naughty puppy. Okay. All right. Next, we've got an Under Armour. So this is a heat gear. Under Armour, I don't always pick up, but I will pick it up if it is the heat gear series, the heat gear line. And if you just look in there, you'll see it right here. This is also large. It's a good size. It's got some really interesting like zip pockets. And for this isn't supposed to be like a fishing jacket or hiking. So I'll be able to do gorp, gorp core, outdoor, outdoors, hiking, camping, fishing, outdoor man, rough and tumble. I mean, there's just like so many different words that you can have for that. All right. Got this for free, and I'm going to put this. Guys, I'm going to tell a secret. Justin, cover your ears for a second. Are your ears covered? She said, sure. All right. I got this for free. I'll just hold it up here for a second. And this lady gave it to me for free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on his pillow. Like when he gets up in the morning, I'm going to put it on his pillow. So when he goes to get into bed, or maybe I'll do it tonight, so I'll see it. And it says, and just steal my pants when I sleep. Like it's a ridiculous thing. It's free, but I don't know about you guys. I like doing like little prank things. I think it's fun. I know I'm 4 years old. It's fine. Okay. Next we've got this is a brand. Do never ever snooze on this brand. Hey, April, don't ever snooze on the 511 Tactical. 100, this is like Ariats, 100% sell-through rate. You will always sell a 511 Tactical. This has breathability to it. These are meant for people doing, outdoor activities. Every single gorp core tag you can think of will work for this. This is probably like a $25 shirt, somewhere right in there. What do we have next, guys? So many treasures. All right, we've got a old school Oregon Gildan shirt. Did not buy it because it's just Oregon. I bought it because these shirts that have this kind of like academia or university writing are really hot right now. especially with back to school has just started and everything. This has got to get up like immediately, because whoever goes to Oregon, Oregon State, anyone that's a tourist there, anyone that's having anything to do with Oregon is going to be interested in this one. It's got a woven Gildan ultra cotton tag. I would say if I had to guess on this, this is probably like a 2011, 2012, right in there. So it's just outside that Y2K, but because you're doing academia, university, university career, tourist jacket or tourist shirt, all of that stuff will help that to sell. What do we have next? We have a members only jacket. Does anybody remember these? Does anyone remember the members only jacket? Woo, looking cool. I look cool. You can't see I don't look cool. Thanks for the follow, Michelle. So this is a little members only. It was supposed to be $3. I got it for like $1.50 because I did a whole like, all right, if I got this for a deal, would you be willing to do $20? How does that sound? So I did a little members only. I don't know that this is an original vintage. No, this is going to be a remake, but it's still probably going to sell for 20 something bucks, somewhere right in there. If it was a vintage one, it would sell for even more. But what do we have here? We've got something else. Tommy. So we got a little Tommy jeans. This is a really unique one. I have never seen a Tommy button up with this kind of feeling material. It almost is like a canvas. It also has the label across the front, and it feels a little old to me. It's got that beefy feel. Let's see, do we have a tag in here? This is going to be a 2000. So this is literally as Y2K as you get. I will be able to use 90s tags in there. So that is old school Tommy. You guys want to see old school Tommy label? That is old school Tommy jeans. Super old. Coley says that's old. Yeah, so this is the 2000 and it's in great condition. I mean, this has been, it even has like the little Tommy logo on. Oh man, yeah, that's fire. This one will probably fetch like in the $30 range, I would say, just because of the year. We have a pair of Calvin Klein jeans. Now, here's something else I don't usually pick up. I don't always pick up Calvin Klein, but when I do, I pick them up when they have the Y2K aesthetic. So this has the ultimate flared bootleg here. You can use descriptive words like Bratz is great in this. Bratz, Paris Hilton, 2000s nostalgia. I don't know if these are dated. Oh, that's an old tag though. That is an old, look at that tag. That old smeared tag style with the whole like meaty long label. These have to be, yeah, I don't know if these are dated. I mean, I can say that these are Y2K with 100% confidence. No questions about it. It's got that whole like low Y2K rise with the flared bottoms. You can also tell Y2K had a lot of that like vertical weave. So the weave inside of jeans, you've got what's called let's see, it's the weave is the warp and the weft is what it's called. And so when you have it vertical like this, it's got the I'm gonna mess this up, but it's got the warp, but not the weft, or it could be backwards. It just means that the jeans don't shrink up as much. It's the way that they're made. These are the rabbit holes I go down when I can't sleep at 3 in the morning and I'm reading about jeans. Okay, next we've got a old school Jordan Jumpman. This is a super basic tee, but it is old. This is like loose, baggy, streetwear, gym, hip hop. It doesn't even have the original care tag. Someone cut it off, otherwise we'd be able to tell the date. But I can tell from that Jumpman logo, this is probably, let's see, because it's made in Mexico. I would say it's probably a 2006 would be my guess for that. A little bread and butter, nothing big, but someone that's into that old school, like look with the V up top. I don't know if you guys can see this. Do you guys remember when they did that in t-shirts? Like all t-shirts had that. And someone's going to notice that and they're going to want that because of that. Next t-shirt is a XL. Here's another one. I got it just because of what it says on the front. This is an old school tag. Look at how old. Like these are ancient, beefy old tags. And it is a F.E. Warren Air Force t-shirt. Easy little flip. Probably get us $12 over on Depop would be my guess. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe this is like, I hope you guys are like comfortable for the evening because we're spending some time together. Thank you for coming in. The warp jeans were cut horizontally in the yardage. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yep. Mrs. Resner knows. Thank you, Mrs. Resner. Okay. Public school. Calm down. Oh, that's her name. Oh my gosh. We got some good names in here tonight, you guys. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Justin, we have almost 6,000 hearts already. You guys are liking the haul. Are we liking the haul? Hi, Shelly. You guys liking this? I can't believe I got all this today, you guys. It adds up so fast. Like, this is crazy. Okay. So this is a NDSU Bison. This is a weave pattern. Again, academia, university. I don't know exactly anything about this team yet, but I will be finding out about it, and that will go in. It is an old, look at that. It's an old pro player label. It's got the double back. So they did this. They used to do this on shirts. They don't do this anymore, but they used to do this on shirts, especially anything that people were going to wear that were playing sports. They would do what was called a double back. So they would do this backing on the outside. And it was like, it's basically an extra piece of material sewn in is what it is. And because of the double back, it makes it so if the person's like pulling this off for sports or anything, these just don't tear as easily. It was just to give it more stability. They stopped doing it like somewhere in the 2000s because they realized, well, they started screen printing things for the labels, but also they just realized they were just wasting money on that. They didn't want to have to spend the extra. Ooh, Shelly, thanks for the love. So this is super cool with the old school, like, look here. This is definitely, I would say, probably a 90s item. I'm going to go with like 2001. I don't know. We might be tricked on that one. We'll find out. All right. A lot of this, guys, is just me guessing from what I think, from what I know, from the tons of time I've spent looking stuff up, but sometimes I'm tricked. Okay. Next one here. It still has a dry cleaner tag on it. I always pick this brand up. It seems to sell well. So this is a total dad core thing. It's 100% rayon. It would sell even more if it was silk. I can't keep the silk ones in my store, especially if they're Jamaica Jacks. But the back bay, just because of this aesthetic here, this is not only dad core, but this is like rockabilly, Big Lebowski, bowling, swingers. Oh my gosh, there's so many things I could think of. Zoot suit, like that entire like era, that look. These sell really, really well for me. So, and that will sell. That could be a Depop or it could be an eBay. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. Oh my gosh, how is there this much? We haven't even gotten to like the band t-shirts I found today, which are insane. Okay. Next, we've got another brand. So this isn't a brand I would normally pick up, Rodeo, although it does sell. It just isn't like a super overly popular brand, but I got it because it's Pearl Snap. Pearl Snaps are just a given, especially if it's got the Pearl Snap with like the double cut here. It's got the embroidery. It's really clean. I mean, this thing is like, I don't even know that it was ever even worn. So super fresh. It's probably like a $16 shirt, I would say, somewhere in there. This was a really unique one. So I never pick up Magellan. Magellan does not sell for me. It's never sold well. It's kind of like Cabela. Cabela, like the vintage Cabela will sell for me, but like the newer stuff, not as much. Magellan has a 0% sell-through rate for me. I just can't ever sell it. However, this was really interesting because if you look here, it's got a logo sewn onto it, embroidered, and then it also has the S's. So it looks to me like what happened was Shiner, like Shiner Bach, like the Bruske, teamed up with Magellan to make this. So it is a pretty sick flannel. It's got the S for Shiner Bach all over it. It's got the embroidery. I think because of what this is and the number of descriptive words I'll be able to use with this, I mean, we can do pretty much every aesthetic: skate, indie, hipster, grunge. I mean, there's so many in here. Camping, outdoors, like hunting, fishing. There's a special name for this specific kind of plaid. It's not black watch because that's the green and blue one, but I'll have to look it up. It's like almost like a picnic basket. I don't know if anybody knows the specific kind of pattern this one is, but there is a trigger word for this kind of plaids. That is a good tip too. If you guys are selling stuff that has plaid, spend the time on Google Lens to find out what pattern the plaid is, because there are certain people that are looking for very specific kinds of plaid, and plaids have a million different names. Shout out to my son. He's actually the one that taught me that. Okay, next we have a Rip Curl. Did not buy this because of the name brand. I don't even know what Rip Curl is, but the feeling of this shirt is awesome. So I'm thinking if this is not a big brand, it should be, because it is just absolutely insanely well made. It has this really, really nice feeling to it. It's got a cool logo. It has like a little logo sewn on. This is skater. This is indie. This is, I mean, you could probably even get away with like an emo aesthetic. It's a little bit more gray and it's got black lines. You can't see it online quite as much where you guys are at, but the buttons are really cool. They're almost like a rubber feeling. It's just a really unique. I don't know. Does anyone know anything about this? Hey guys. Huge vegan surf company. All right, great. Huge brand. I don't know why it changed to vegan. Oh, interesting. Creed, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, Real J. So yeah, you know, that's the cool thing about this business is I honestly feel like I'm learning something every day. I'd never heard of this brand before. I've never seen it before. So it's pretty good pickup. I'm glad I got that thing because it was only like $1. And then the last thing I got, I think, from this sale. Oh, and I have 2 more from that sale. Another thing I normally wouldn't pick up, but I'll tell you why I did. So this is a Dunkin' Donuts polo, but it's Nike. So really interesting little collab. It's a Nike Golf with the Dunkin' Donuts embroidery on the edge in the Dunkin' Donuts uniform style. So that's pretty cool. One of those things where I was like, okay, I don't know what it's worth, but for $1, there's no way it's not worth that. Buffalo plaid on your red. Thank you, Mrs. Risner. You guys, Mrs. Risner, are you a teacher? Mrs. Risner, I think you're a teacher. I got a sneaking suspicion. Any more surf skate brands, I'm always buying. Oh, there's so many. I mean, especially if you can find the older stuff. I mean, I'm always on the hunt for like old Volcom, old Quicksilver, old OP, Ocean Pacific. Back in the day, it was just Ocean Pacific before it was even OP. Anything in the Gecko line. Oh, there's so many of them. I have a hard time pulling brands out until I see one. I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. So definitely, I mean, I sell a lot of skate clothes. So definitely, every time I can find anything skate-like, I try to learn about it. Okay, another one. Oh, this is a good one. So speaking of skate, so this is a little Burnside shirt. Burnside, this brand, I believe, originally started in Oregon, but then moved to California, or they were in California and then they opened a store in Oregon. I can't remember. I could be backwards on that. Nice little pearl snap, lightweight, medium, good condition, probably it's got a cool little side piece there. Probably like a $16 shirt, somewhere right in there. This is another brand I'm not familiar with, you guys. I had never seen this one before. ELY 1878. It's probably, is it Ellie or Eli? It could be either. I wore a 90s OP today. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dude, I get so stoked when I see that stuff because that's the stuff I wear too. I'm either wearing like old skate stuff or I'm wearing like, you know, I mean, today I've got video game stuff on, or I'm wearing band t-shirts. I love all that old stuff. Hey, Nichelle. Okay. So yeah, have you guys ever heard of this brand? Anybody? ELY 1878. I got it again because it's pearl snap. So any of that stuff, any pearl snap stuff, I'm always going to pick up because it just always seems to sell. Can you guys see this pile that's happening behind me? We have bags left. We have bags left. Okay, so another one of those rodeos. This is exactly the same brand as before. I got it for the exact same reasons. It's got the cool stitching. Depending on what the comps are on these, I may take this one and that blue one we had because it's the exact same pattern, exact same everything, and I made you a little bundle on them just because, like I said, I want to turn and burn. If you guys even knew how much stuff I have right now to list, it's bananas. Oop, I did. Jack, Mommy found your ball. He must have brought his little toy in. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. Are we ready to find some fire t-shirts? Let's find some fire t-shirts. All right. So starting out with this one. So this is a sale, and I almost didn't stop, and this is why you always stop, always stop. The tent was sloped down. The lady was a hot mess. Her kid was running around. She's trying to get her kid to stop playing ball in the yard. It was so windy in this one area that we were at. Their elevation was just a little higher, one of the ladies said, so they get a lot of wind there. And the wind's whipping through, and so she had to angle her tent down, and the clothes are blowing like crazy. And the husband and wife maybe were having a situation because the husband came out, and then they kind of seemed like they weren't having a great day. So he went back inside. The kid was like upset because he couldn't play ball in the front yard, but the mom said he couldn't because it was so windy. So they were having a hard time. So I just let them do their thing. And in the meantime, I found fire. All right, let's get started. So this is a day to remember for anyone that doesn't know what this band is. They're absolutely fantastic. This is a fire t-shirt. This will sell. This is a 100% easy sell. This is on an old school Gildan heavy cotton. I did not get a chance to comp any of this stuff because, like I said, I just wanted to get in and out because it was kind of a situation. I'm just going to even see if this pulls up and if it is what year it pulls up. Oh my gosh. The first thing I see is a Reddit thread of I'm looking for this t-shirt. So you already know it's going to be good. I can see they've got new things. Well, there's a patch for sale of this exact same one for $93. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what concert this was, what album this was, what year this happened. I don't see a year on it, but that tag, you just don't see the woven Gildan heavy cottons on band t-shirts really anymore. They're all the long, skinny, like Next Levels mainly. I know, right, Michelle? DW! Hi! I know, this was like a sick, $1. $1. No big deal, $1. All right, the next thing is a Toby Mac shirt. So another musician. I don't even know what year this is from. This one's a little bit newer because it's got the long label. But I mean, for $1, you know that that's going to sell. That is like a sick little Toby Mac. We've got this one here, which I'm probably going to have to fight to list because my husband's going to want to keep it. If you see this t-shirt, honey, you're probably going to want to keep it. So this is a Matrix t-shirt. Do you want to take a look at this real quick? Are you available? Super base. You're going to be like, well, that's mine. Come on over, take a look. Oh, it's in your size too. Yeah, you go try it on, see if it fits. Right on. Okay, moving right along. That's our life. My pile, I know Jennifer's like, oh my gosh, I have bags left. We haven't even gotten to the garbage bags and stuff. All right, next one, we've got a Circus Survive. I will have to date this because I don't know exactly what year this is from. This is on oh wow, this is on a Bay Island sportswear. I don't even think that Bay Islands makes these shirts anymore. Whoa, all right. Well, we're going to have to find out how much that one's worth. Spent $1 on it. Okay, this is something I wasn't familiar with. LA Dispute. Does anyone know what this is? Is this a band? Is this a place? Is this something that anyone, it was meant to be? Is this something that anyone recognizes? Does anyone know what this is? It says LA Dispute. So I didn't know what it was, but I picked it up because it was $1, and just judging by the fact that everything else was a band t-shirt. So my prediction my prediction is, judging by the age of this husband and wife, is these are probably all the husband shirts like from when they met, but now they like are grown up and he's got a job and they got kids, and she's like, let's get rid of these old band t-shirts. And I'm like, yes, please get rid of the old band t-shirts. Come on, take them right over here. What is this? Do we even know? Oh, my only LA Dispute. Oh yeah, this is something. This is a something. So I don't know what this is, but we'll have to find out. Hey, my Dave, you got your ball? Come here. Come on. Come on. Say hi. Hi, sweetheart. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Okay, you're not supposed to be in here. Ready? Whoop, go get it. Ready? Go get that ball. All right, that was Jack, by the way. Okay, so LA dispute. Did anybody know what that was? Nope. Hey, Adri. Hey, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, you guys, this pile. This is insane. Do you even know how long this is going to take me to list all this? Woo, all right. Next, we've got Orange County Hardcore. So a diamond, stick to your gun, or stick to your pew-pews, stick to your gums. Yeah, just a sick little t-shirt. It's probably like a $15 shirt, somewhere right in there, maybe 13. Next, we have Beartooth. So this is another recording thing. This is also a Red Bull collab. So this is really interesting. I do not know the history on this. We are going to have to find out because it is something cool, and I have a feeling it's something kind of exciting, being that it is Red Bull Records. I mean, does Red Bull make music? I don't even know. This could be like a weird one-off kind of thing. Should we Google Lens it, see if anything pops up? These are the things I'm always so curious about because it's stuff that it's like I don't know what it is, but I know it's cool. Whoa. Okay. Well, so that might be something. The first thing I see is $350. Whoa. I don't know that that's exactly what it's going to be, but that's the first thing I see. And it's out of stock. Whoa. All right. Well, may or may not be. We'll have to do some more research on it. But that's awesome. So moving along. You know what you guys can't even see too is there's a whole pile over here. The pile just keeps growing. Just add it to the garage. Jennifer, how do you know me so well is the question. That's the real question, folks. So some of you guys may not know, if you're just joining me maybe for the first time, is I have 40 boxes. I don't want to admit this now. I feel like a hoarder. I'm a hoarder. Oh my gosh. I have 40 boxes of stuff from last summer that I didn't list because we were in the middle of moving. So I still have. Okay. It's not a death pile. It's an organized hoard. All right, moving along. This is a t-shirt that my son is probably actually going to fight me for. This is his favorite band in the whole world. And when I send him a picture of this, he's going to freak out and tell me that if I sell it online, he's going to literally come to my house and, like, I don't know, take the t-shirt from me and tell me I can't sell it. That's what he's going to do. So this is a story so far. Honey, you need to see what I found. Isaiah's going to freak out. What are the chances that I find this at a garage sale? The story so far and back. Extra large. Yeah. So I got to keep this out of the pile because I have to send him a picture and he's literally going to be like, you're not selling that. Where is it? Here you go, buddy. Ready? Catch. Good boy. Okay. Next we've got a DeWalt. Again, this is just, I got it because it's a DeWalt and I know it'll sell. Guaranteed tough. $10. $10. You want to sell it? Our son sold Justin's drill at a garage sale years ago for $10 because he didn't know he wasn't supposed to sell it. It was sitting back in the water heater in the back of our garage. We were having a garage sale, and some guy was like, "How much you want for the drill?" And I was like, "I don't know, $10." So Justin comes out to get his drill to finish a project inside the house because we were moving. So he's fixing up the house, and he's like, Hey, Zay, where's my drill? And Isaiah's like, "Oh, I sold that." And Justin's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude, I got like $10 for it." It was like his $200 DeWalt drill. It was like new too. So somebody scored that day. So now every time we see DeWalt, which is like the only tools that Justin likes to use, he's always like, $10? $10? You have $10 for that? All right. Next we have a Black Diamonds, Issues, ATL. I didn't know what this was, but I was like, dude, that shirt is sick. So I'm getting it. Loose, baggy, streetwear. I would guess this is like a 2015, 2016, somewhere in there, just judging by, yeah, because it's a paper Toltex tag. So I'd say somewhere probably in there, probably 2015 or 16. Probably like $10 or something. Oh my gosh, how is this still going? Okay. Next, we have, this was not something I knew what it was, but it is new with tags. It says it's supposed to be a $36 t-shirt. It is a brand called, ooh, I don't even know that I can tell what that, Lost. It's a brand called Lost. I don't know. Is anybody familiar with this one? It's a super sick, dope t-shirt. I mean, it's got like the embroidery on the back. It's new with tags. So for $1, yep, I'm absolutely going to pick that up. Next, we've got a Coastal, not something I was super familiar with. Again, I don't know if you guys know Coastal brand. This is what it looks like. I got it because it's just a really good quality. Like, it feels like a thick boy. It feels like it's got like that beef to it. And it's got that like surf skate aesthetic to it. Extra large. It still has a button with it. Designed in Huntington Beach, California. So, I mean, this is going to be a made in the USA. Of course, I'm going to pick that up. If it's made in the USA, I'm probably picking it up. Next brand we've got here is PD&C. This brand is okay. I wouldn't say it's like a huge seller, but people that like it. And I also got it because it's got these little straps on the top. These are called, I just learned this the other day. Oh, no, I forgot already. I think it starts with a T. Does anybody remember what these little straps up top are called? I just call it indie because that's what the shirt is. This is indie. This is hipster. This is scenester. This is Y2K, late Y2K, early modern. And it just has that like cool aesthetic to it. The guy that's buying that's probably gonna buy that same other one too. Another one of these, another PD&C. This one's polka dot. This one looks a little bit older. It feels older to me. And it's just cool. It's got like the little polka dots. So these are just kind of like the dude that's going to buy that is the same guy that's going to buy half the stuff in my store. Maybe not the exact same person, but that aesthetic of that person. Cactus Man, not a huge selling brand, but I got it again because it like one, it's got these little foxes all over it. And it has just that slim fit, like preppy / also indie scene, hipster, skate surf look to it. Another Cactus Man, same reason. This has like cherry blossoms on it with like a cool orange inner stitching. These are all probably like $12 to $14 flips, somewhere in there, I would guess. Another Cactus Man. This is another slim fit. It's got like, it kind of looks like the galaxy. Hey Jen, hey Shop, hey Felix. That's one of my favorite names ever. So that's a little red, white, and blue there. Oh my gosh, you guys, my pile is going to fall over. Okay. Next we have Field of Faith. I don't exactly know what this is. I'm guessing maybe this is like a Christian band. I'm thinking maybe it is a 2004 or existence since 2004. This is not a 2004 t-shirt, but again, I'm risking it for the biscuit on some of this stuff because it's a buck. So it's like if it's a $5 t-shirt, I snap 2 pics, put it up, or I can just re-gift it along. I'm gonna have to start. The pile is gonna fall if I keep piling up there. Okay, another pair of pants. These are these Maddox? What are these? Are these? Yeah. So these are Maddox. Not a huge selling brand, but they do have stretch to them. I got these because it has like a really cool embroidery in the back. It's got that kind of little bit of like straight, relaxed. It's like a straight, slight boot cut to it. And they got the stretch to it. So they're 34s. This is a nice little bread and butter pair of pants. If I had to guess, I'd probably say we'll get about $13 for it. And all this was a buck. So, I mean, you just can't go wrong with that. We've got a pair of 511s. These feel like a 2018. What year are these? These are 2019. So a little pair of 2019 511s. Pretty easy, quick flip. Again, this is like indie skate surf. It still has that whole same aesthetic to it. You might even be able to get away with like a slight emo look to it because they are like it's called like a charcoal black or a faded black look to it. Probably 24 bucks, I'd say, somewhere right in there. Holy smokes, you guys. All right, and we got a Honda t-shirt. I got this because it also has like the One Industries racing equipment logo on the side. It's got the Honda logo in the front. It's probably a $10 t-shirt. So these kind of things, I could be wrong, it might be worth more. I'd have to comp this, but these kind of shirts where they're just kind of like, they're like something that's popular that like a dude would like a guy that's into motocross or bikes, or, you know, someone that kind of has that aesthetic. A lot of times I like having this stuff in my store, especially my Depop store, because I have bundle deals in Depop. So I do free shipping on all of my Depop orders if you purchase more than one item. So let's say that I sell this dude, you know, this t-shirt for $26. I really wanted to get 24, but I sell it for 26. Awesome, because I marked it up a little bit. I pad my shipping a little bit. He's able to, you know, put this item in. He gets free shipping on both, which means I lose my shipping. But because I marked this up a little bit, I don't lose any money. And I make $6 off a t-shirt that's really only worth something like $4. So this is just how my brain works. I know that's probably a lot to process, but I'm always constantly thinking like, what can I do to add the value to someone else's bundle so that I'm getting a good deal and they are too? Turn and burn, baby. All right, new sack. What do we have here? Nice little Space Jams t-shirt. Now, this is a newer one. This is not vintage. If this was vintage and looked like this would be like a $500 t-shirt. It is not, though. This is going to be from the Reboot. However, because of the look of this, the insane tie-dye and everything, I would say it's probably like a $26 shirt. It may be more. I'm not really sure. I am not sure on that one. I'm confident in saying I'm not sure on that one. Okay, next we've got a pair of let's see, what are these? I think these are just a pair of Lees. Yeah, so this is a pair of Y2K Lee dungarees. So same thing. I'm always looking for anything that's got that cargo look. Anything that's got that like painter's logo look. Anything that's got, you know, the distressing, or as I call like a grunge hem. Because this will sell. This is over on Depop. This is 1990s Y2K all day, baby. That is probably a $26 pair of pants. Not because Lee dungarees are worth that much, but it's just because of the aesthetic of them. Next up, we've got, oh my gosh, you guys, I need a drink of water. This is insane. Can you believe this? It's okay. Just box it after and put it in the garage. DW, that's the same thing Jennifer said. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so, I'm literally going to have to list like 12 hours a day. I'm at the photograph and list 12 hours a day. Be prepared to join me for all sorts of things. Arizona, yay! Such a good haul. Nurse is here. Hey, Kayla. Yeah, I'm learning from Jen. Right, exactly. Thrifty Swifties here. Okay, the next one we've got are a pair of Authentics, Levi Strauss Carpenter pants. That's a no-brain pickup. Are you kidding me? With the cargo, with the painter logo on the back. These have got to be like a 2005, maybe 2008. I have a couple years off. So it's like a 2008 Y2K. I mean, these are sick. They've got the grunge hems, skater, indie, distressed, back hole pocket. I mean, $28 probably easily. I just want to remind you how much money we have added up already. We spent a total of $265 today, guys, and we still have bags to go. Like, this is thousands of dollars of profit. It's so awesome. I freaking love this job. Okay, next was a pair of Iron Flex shorts. So I always think of these kind of things as just like bread and butters. Like this is going to be something that I'm going to put up for a super reasonable price. I think I picked up a couple pairs of these. So I will even perhaps if they are all the same size, I may bundle them together. You know, we're kind of getting a little bit out of short season. That's being said, I live in a warm part of the United States. It's always warm here, and I probably will not wear pants ever again in my life. So cargo shorts, a little bit of stretch. That's just a simple item, especially when you get them for like $1. Okay, new bag, guys. We got a new bag coming in. New bag coming in hot. What do we got? Here we go. Let's get into it. Ooh, this is the nerd bag. I'm very excited about this one. So I pull up to this garage sale, and I'm not kidding. There's a sign out that says, like, you know, pet products, furniture, collectibles, nerdy stuff. And I was like, that's me. That's me. I want all of that stuff. So the first thing I saw was this. This is fire, you guys. Check this out. This is a Blizzard 2014 convention t-shirt. This is amazing. This kind of stuff sells for me really well. Anything that's got a date on it, anybody that went to this, thought of going to this, wanted to go but didn't get to go, or anyone that's just into that, this kind of, you know, culture, this kind of look. 2014, Anaheim, California. This is going to be one of those things. There's not going to be very many of these for sale online, so we should be able to get a little something for that. I'm not sure exactly what. I have no idea, but we're going to do something. Another little nerdy item I picked up here. It's got the Rugrats Reptar on the front, but more importantly, it also has it on the back. It's got the old school, the older school Nickelodeon tag. The other tag that's underneath it, unfortunately, has worn off, so I'll have to like do my research a little bit on it. I'm going to have to figure out how to size this too. Now, this is by no means is super vintagey or anything like that. I'm not sure on this. Rugrats stuff usually does pretty well for me. Or anything. I call this Rugrats, but I always think of this aesthetic as like a Rugrat aesthetic. Just because it has that kind of like it's what's called kidcore. And so I always think of Rugrats and Nickelodeon. It's kind of the same thing. I had somebody else on a live be like, that's not a Rugrats thing. I was talking about something. I'm like, no. It's not that it is a Rugrats thing. It's that the Rugrats is the aesthetic. Like Rugrats, Kidcore, Nickelodeon, Double Dare. That is an aesthetic. It's all gone confusing these days, guys. A Golden Girl. Yes, this is my full-time job now. Yes, absolutely. I used to do marketing, and I don't ever want to go back. I love doing this. Did it really say, it really said nerdy stuff. Yeah. It really did say that. And I pulled up and I was like, you had me at nerdy stuff. She's like, all right. She had like a ponytail with all these cool colors in her hair and stuff. All right, Jennifer, good to see you. Oh, DW there, gotta go. Okay, I thought Jennifer was leaving. I'm like, oh, no, don't go. Hey, let's. I'm wanting to do it as a full-time job too. Yeah, you know, it did start out like that. This started out for me last summer. I started out doing this, trying to sell stuff from my mom when my mom passed away. So I was just selling her stuff on eBay. I did not do good at it. I had made one sale on Depop. Like, I just wasn't taking it seriously because I didn't need to at the time. I was doing something totally different. And then when I sourced last summer, got like millions of things at garage sales, realized I could make good money doing this. And I decided to literally just go all in. Like, I just cashed my chips in and said, I'm doing this. I want to do this. My husband actually is one that like encouraged me, and my son, Justin, said to me, he's like, you know what, baby? He's like, I've never seen you so excited about doing anything ever. And I've had some cool jobs in my life, but he's like, I've never seen you be so excited about anything. He's like, you get up at 5 o'clock every Saturday morning to go garage sailing. That's like a thing you do. You love it. It brings you so much joy. You get so excited. And I'm like, it's true. So I decided to just go full time, but it took a while, of course, to create that income to be able to do that. I have a crazy amount of stuff. Yeah, I have sold stuff, but I haven't applied myself. You know, that's what it is, Golden. I hear you. I see you. You and I was the same way. I've only been what I would consider consistent for like 40 days now. I'm not kidding. Literally before that, it was like I was doing it. I was doing some stuff. But like I did 30 days of consistency last month, and that just killed it for me. Something clicked, something set in, I got it, and I've got it. Yeah, done. I've been through that too, Golden. You and I, girl. All right. So yeah, I'm not really super crazy familiar with this one, but I'm guessing it's worth something. Reptar. All right. This is now, I feel like I'm supposed to know what this is. And I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I don't. It's an N7 hat. It's a BioWare hat. So it is definitely like probably a video game that I just for some reason am seeing in my brain but not getting and being like, oh my gosh, oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Justin, pop quiz hot shot. I got a nerdy challenge for you. Of course that's what it is. I can't believe I didn't realize that's what it was. I've got a nerdy challenge for you, my love. You have to see it. You have to see it, and then you have to guess what video game it's attached to. We're going to play pop quiz hot shot. Hey, Susan. Mellow Yellow. Thrifty. Hey, Susan. Oh, I said hi, Susan. Hi, Susan again. Hey, Nana. All right, pop quiz hot shot. What video game? Really? It says N7. If you look at it when I tell you, you're going to be like, of course it is. 3, 2. That's it. He got it. You got it, honey. Oh my gosh. Just, I am overly impressed right now. I married a nerd. I married a nerd, and I'm proud of it, and I love it. Oh, right. That's impressive. Okay. So next we've got some jeans. These are, I feel like I comped these at the sale. I can't remember if I did or not. They're really cool. They have like the super like old school, like Y2K pocket situation. They're called K.E. Chasen jeans, hover the fashionable menswear. I basically got them because the aesthetic. I feel like I comped these, but now I can't remember if I did. But for $1, we'll take it. All right. Now, here's a little something. I paid up a little bit on these. And by paid up, I mean I paid $10. But I got these because I do not know Pokemon very well, but I can recognize Pokemon stuff. And I know that people that like Pokemon really know their stuff. And this is a pair of slippers that are absolutely ridiculous. So I figured it was kind of one of those sales where I was getting a bunch of stuff from this gal. So I wanted to do kind of like the let's make a deal situation. So she wasn't super budgy on the prices, but I feel like I got such a good deal with the other stuff that I could spend $10 on these. I was like, worst case scenario, they're worth $10 and I don't lose anything. So we're going to take a look. Does anybody know? I'm not sure, Felix. We're about to find out. My husband said it's not Pokemon. Okay, well, maybe it's not Pokemon then. Let's take a look here. I felt like it was, but like I said, I am not a Pokemon knower. Oh, they're not Pokemon. They are apparently a Zergling from StarCraft, and the only other pair I see on sale is $93. What? No. Really? No, there's a more reasonable one. There's a pair for $42 on Poshmark. Oh, it's out of stock though. Wow. Okay. Okay. Fun fact, not Pokemon. These are a Zergling from StarCraft. Do you realize that before Google Lens, there's no possible way that any of us could have done this job as well? Because I would have listed these as like a Pokemon thing. So that's awesome. Now I don't feel bad about spending $10 on them because they're literally like brand new. I don't even know that these really have been worn. So super score. I mean, better than Pokemon. Holy cow, girly. I know. Google Lens. I mean, how would I do this? How would you know? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to do this without Google Lens. No way. All right. Well, hey, Zerglings. Thank you for being friends. We're going to show you, and you're going to adorn the feet of someone that is very excited to meet you. All right. So you guys are going over there safely. Okay. What else did we get here? This is a Activision Blizzard jacket, new with tags. This is a worker's jacket. So this is something that they probably released to the people that were working there at the time. I don't know what all of this means. I spent $1 on it. So it says it is a bomber jacket, not for sale. Yep. So it's got a certificate on the back of it. So this is obviously something that they just passed out to employees. I don't see a year on it, I don't think, but the fact that it has that certificate thing on it tells me that it is definitely, I kind of assumed it was like an employee thing. Let me see if there's another tag here. Is there any date? A lot of employee stuff won't have dates on it because they don't think about doing that because they're not giving it out to like retain any value. Let's take a look and see what we got from this stuff. I don't know what this is. Okay, let's see. Yep. So Activision employee crew jacket. Here is one used for 43, one used for 35. So this one being new with tags. I mean, this has got to be like a $65 flip. So not bad for $1. I'm telling you, this nerd sale's paying off. Like, this is crazy. West Coast. All right, going over here. Do you guys understand the situation? Like, this is so much stuff. We have 2 more bags. 2 more bags. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is still going on. 122 garage sales later. 122 garage sales is what we did. All right, this was a rolled up to the sale. It was dad, son, mom, daughter chit-chatting, son and dad talking about the Texan game coming up, and the clothing was there, and I don't even think that they saw me walk up. So I like peeked through the clothing and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm here. And they're like, oh, hi, no worries. And I was like, I just didn't want to surprise you guys. Like, I'm trying to like, hi. Like, I didn't want to freak them out because they did not know I was there. They were having like conversations as if they were just talking like amongst family. Okay. Another Cactus Man. So Ricky Singh collab. Really cool. It's got like leaves and roses and stuff on it. I buy a lot of this kind of stuff because it sells so well for me over on Depop. Denim and Flower, another Ricky Singh. So this feels like silk, but it may be rayon. Let's see what this is. Where is the tag on this? What are you made of? Please tell me what you are made of. Oh, it's viscose. Okay. Yeah, so it's a lightweight. It's breathable. It has that silk feel to it. Super nice. Same thing, another Denim and Flower. Pineapple. Pineapple stuff always sells. Easy. And then this one is really cool. This will probably be the first one to go. It just has that really neat aesthetic to it. It's really in good condition. Denim and Flower stuff does pretty well for me as long as I can get it for like a reasonable price. You know, I'm not looking to pay more than like $2 for one of these, which I think I got each of these for $1.50 is what it wound up being because we did a let's make a deal. Not a brand I was familiar with. So this is another one I'm going to have to learn and see. RSQ, I believe that's RSQ. Does anybody know this one here? I just got it because of the pattern on it. Like the aesthetic of this is just so cool. Like it's got, by the way, that like art aesthetic right now is starting to really become popular. Like a lot of people on Depop or like even on Whatnot, I've seen are looking for like art work, like punk art or like rock art or music art. They're looking for anything that has like that artistic look to it. So like the Vincent Van Gogh-y stuff, the Michelangelo kind of like old school looking shirts, like that's all like super popular right now, or at least is becoming popular. It's really hard to find like old stuff that's vintage that kind of has that aesthetic. So I think that's why it's going for quite a bit. Like I watched a t-shirt on a Whatnot show go for like $90 the other day, and it was like pretty beat. Like this t-shirt had been through some situations and they still cleared $90 on it and it had that aesthetic. So yeah, that's just like a little tip there. The Vermonters already told you the solution. You had that many yard sales. And yeah. So here's, for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, this is basically the town. This is an entire town. These are all communities, and all of them had the sale today. So I don't want to show you addresses, but just to give you a quick flip, they color coded everything. And I only made it to 122 out of like 400. So that's a situation. Are you going to do whatnot? Yeah, I definitely am, DW. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've just been so busy doing this and all the stuff I've been getting from garage sales that it's just what I've been up to. Hey, dear magnet. Okay, so moving along. Yeah, so RSQ, I don't know what that is, but I figured worst case scenario, I get 12 or 13 bucks for it. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're getting close. We're getting close. All right. Oh, we saved some fire for last. Okay, roll up to this garage sale. I got the guy, the wife, and the mom. The mom is like sitting in the garage. She's having a snack. The wife and I are kind of trying to talk, but the dude is like wicked chatty. And so he's telling me stories about how he took photography in school. He's telling me stories about the neighborhood and how the houses are getting built, how people are parking in the yards, and how he wants to take a red strip of paint and put it on the cars to move them out of the way. And he's like going off. And I'm just trying to ask him how much he wants for these things. But he was super nice. He was chatty. It was a chill situation. We were having a good time. But it was just funny. I was like, very rarely do I meet someone that's like more talkative than me. And he totally out-talked me. So the first thing I saw was this. And this is a Gore-Tex. This is literal fire. Okay. I just sold one of these, almost the exact same one, for $145, I think, over on Posh. Might have been $160. Now, it did have a different kind of polymer on the outside that's really hard to find now. So this one might not be worth quite as much, but you're going to die when I tell you what he wanted for it. So I'm going to take a picture of this and just see. Like I said, this one's a little different. It's similar, but it's a little bit different. So yeah. Okay. So it looks like if this was new with tags, it would be about $1.50. But this one, being that it is used, however, I don't know that it really, I mean, it's in really good condition. So it looks like the lower end ones are about 45. The higher end is 150. So it's probably going to be, I'd guess, like anywhere between a 60 to an 80 flip, depending on the size, how many others are for sale right this second. I got this for $5. $5. So when you guys see this, always pick this up. Gore-Tex. Especially if you can find the older Gore-Tex. The older Gore-Tex has this like polymer on the outside, which they're not technically allowed to make anymore. The company had to discontinue making this specific material that's on the outside of some of these. So when you find them, they're worth a ton. That's the one that I just sold. But if you see this brand, this is like the original Gorp Core. Like you have to get this with the digital camera camo too. No brainer. The wrap and hood. I mean, that's, oh my gosh, please don't fall. My pile is leading. All right. Then our last, is this our last two? Our last two items. So I see these hanging up and I'm like, okay, if he only wants $5 for that jacket, I hope I can get these for a good price because these are sickening. These are sickening. This is what's considered like a emo or punk vest. It is, oh, it's so awesome. It's got the stripes on it, so it totally has that like Beetlejuice aesthetic. It has the stars on this side. It is a Rude brand. It's got the stars and stripes on the back. It is ready for patches. Honey, do you see this? Fire. Look at this. Fire.
Classy.
Yeah, class. So, I mean, if I was at a different stage in my life, I'd probably keep this and wear this. But this is, I mean, the amount of trigger words for that is insane. I'm going to actually, I didn't get a chance to comp this. All I know is when I asked how much he wanted for it, he said he wanted $5. So I was like, well, that's happening. So this is a Rude is the name. Rude is the name, and being awesome is its game. So let's take a look and just see if there's any of these for sale. And yes, okay, so Hot Topic released these originally. This looks like maybe even something you can get right now still. So we're looking at around 30, well, it was $35, but they're out of stock, which means that, you know, you can't get them anymore. So I would guess I'm probably going to be able to get this for like around 40-ish over on Depop is probably where this will sell. So this will probably be like a 40, 45 flip. Punk rock, baby. Yeah, Arizona, you know, Arizona. Wait till you see the next one. So I saved the best for last. This is what I saw when I first rolled up to the sale, and I was like, that's coming home with me. What are we going to need to do to make this happen? Are you ready? Drum roll, please. This thing is insane. Are we ready? Drum roll. Front. Sick. Back. Sick. This is a scroll stopper. This is a show stopper. This is like 1000% being sold on Depop. This is going to be that item that I have like 1,200 views on. I mean, I'm going to probably ask a pretty penny for this. It's got it's button closure. Like, I don't even know that it's been worn. I mean, yeah, Arizona, see the fire, you guys? He knows, like, he likes the same aesthetic I do. And like, this is insane. So I am going to just take a picture of this back and see if I'm right on this, because this is nuts. By the way, $5. I was like, yep, for $5. I mean, I thought he was going to say like $40 or something. Okay, so this is a Doll's Kill engineered sleeveless trucker vest. Wow. Yeah. So I only see one for sale. It is, no, I don't want a deal. Thank you. Let's see, how much are these selling for? I think they're out of stock. I don't even think they have them for sale anymore. Yeah. So this is like a $96 jacket. Yes. I mean, of course it is. This thing is like literally insane. Yeah, Iron Fist. I mean, with like the patch in the front here, like, oh, it's so sick. It's so sick. This is probably out of everything we got, even though I have stuff that was worth more that we got today. And this is probably my favorite find, because it's just like, it's just so rad. It's just so rad. I love it. I mean, if I was at this time of my life, if this was like charity, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would have rocked it. Now I just wear t-shirts because I'm just like too hot and sweaty to even think about wearing anything heavy like that. But yeah, that's going to some punk rock shows. That's going to some emo shows. That's going to see some metal bands. That is a super fire item. So is that everything? Did we get it all? You guys. So I just want to back up here and give you a chance to appreciate. I'm going to stand next to this so that you guys can see how tall. So I'm 5'9". This is how tall the pile is. So it's up to my waist. It goes all the way to here, and then here down. And then we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts hanging up here. So we spent 122 garage sales. We spent $265.50. And all of this total, what do you guys think? If we took everything we talked about tonight and added it up, we probably went through, what, 100 pieces of clothing, would you say? Is that fair? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, maybe more. It might be 150. 200, maybe 200, because that's 10 right there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. No, probably maybe 120. 120 pieces of clothing easily. We've got hunter boots. We've got shoes. We got those Nikes that comped for 200. We've got cowboy boots. We've got those, what were these things called again? I already forgot. Zergling slippers. What's your thoughts? Let's do some, what do we think that all of this is? Just wild guesses. A wild guess. What do you think with everything we looked at tonight? What do you think? Cowboy boots, yes. These are the boots. Little pair of Justins. Well, not so little, but they are men's. Men's something. Men's 8D. I think it says. What do you guys think? And oh yeah, we got the red hunter boots. Don't forget those. 1,500 4K. So okay, wait, what do we got here? We've got 2,500 says Heart Gang. Mrs. Risner says 4K. Bella Young says 1,500. Okay. Any other guesses, you guys? What do you guys think? Just I'm curious because you know you guys are a lot of you are resellers too, so you kind of know. I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go a little on the higher end. I don't know about 4K. I think maybe closer to like. I don't know. Heart. I may be about where you are, maybe a little bit more. Terry says 3,800. We're talking gross. Total gross, Jennifer. Yeah, so we're not taking fees out or anything, just total gross. What do we think all of this sells for total? We're not putting shipping in there though. Obviously, that's its own situation because my customers always pay for shipping. I'm gonna go with I mean, it's gotta be $3,000. I missed most of okay, Thrifty missed a lot of it. 3,500 says flipping. Yeah, I'm gonna go with I gotta go with around 3. I'm thinking around 3. But again, I haven't comped everything, so I could be pleasantly surprised on some of the stuff. Missed the first half, but I take $49,000. Oh my god! I saw it now. Oh my god! I think you actually broke me. Oh my god! Oh, I can't. Okay, you just broke me. Stop! Or do the robot laugh. Nope, not do the robot laugh. Okay, that actually broke me. That literally broke me. 49,500. I'm crying. If this is worth $49,500, then I better get my butt to more garage sales because I'm obviously finding solid gold. Did find $20. Were you guys here for that when we did our shipping yesterday? When I washed the clothes from last weekend's garage sales, I washed a bunch of the pants because they just were like kind of grungy looking. And Justin brings $20 out of the wash and he's like, look, I got paid for washing the clothes. And I'm like, what? Because it had been like folded up and probably put in like the little tiny pocket watch, little pouch thing that are on jeans. So I gotta think that. Put back the Matrix shirt. It's obviously 25,000. Yes. Oh, heart. Oh my goodness, you guys. Arizona, are you Goodwill comping? Oh, sick burn, Greenville. Oh my gosh. I will say, I think that's the hardest I've laughed in a while. Woo, good gravy. And past the biscuits. That was nuts. All right, you guys. I gotta figure out what to do with this now. So I'm officially out of tubs. Justin informed me at the beginning of the go live. I was like, hey baby, can you bring me in some tubs so I can sort stuff? He comes and stands in the doorway and he goes, Remember when I was at Costco a couple weeks ago and I said to you, hey, baby, do you want me to pick up more tubs? And you were like, no, we've got tons of tubs. And I go, yeah. And he goes, yeah, should have picked up tubs. We don't have any left. I'm like, what about all the ones that are in the other room? He goes, your stuff from garage sales from last weekend is still in them. I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, that being said, I was sick 2 days of this week. I was in bed with like a stomach flu thing. So I missed a couple days of work. So it definitely stacks up. But I got to figure out what to do with this. It's going in the garage hoard, apparently, because I don't even know. No, you know what I'm going to do? Nope. Charity, you are going to set all this very nicely over here. And then your butt's going to not play Last of Us until the wee hours of the morning. And then you're going to go to bed. And you're going to get up in the morning and you get coffee. And instead of watching 2 episodes of Heroes, because you're addicted to that show and you can't stop watching it over and over and over again, you're going to grab your coffee and you're going to take your little booty and you're going to go on in this room and you're going to sit down at this desk and then you're going to go live with your friends here and you're going to get pictures of stuff and then you're going to put it up on the internet because you just spent $265 today. You need to make that money back. DW, you better get to listing. I know. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, I'm going to head out. I'm hungry. I need to eat something. My cheeseburger has worn off. And I had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks you guys so much for like hanging out. Thank you for these 7,400 hearts. Thank you guys for sharing this. I'm working really hard. I want to get to that 5K. I got a couple things I'll put up on that TikTok shop. I mean, I've got stuff that has really helped me that I'm like, I can tell people to go somewhere else to get it. And that's what I've been doing. But I mean, it'd be cool to be able to share that with you guys. So I appreciate it. You're awesome. Thanks for joining in. I will see you guys tomorrow then. Grab a toe lid and lay sack your pie on the corner. Oh my gosh, man. This is a nightmare. This is the best kind of nightmare though, right? All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye, everybody. Thanks for cracking me up. All righty, and we are going to say good night as to YouTube as well. Thanks you guys so much for joining in. If I missed anything during the live for chats, feel free to ask me afterwards. You can find me on all social media platforms, and I appreciate you hanging out. Okay, bye, everybody.